think we're live. Wow. Jason's already here and Phil's here. How you guys doing? Well, there's only one person that says.
It's not me. It's got to be Jason.
Well, Phil's there too. Now there's two. Are you on?
Yeah.
You are? Should be three. We'll let the crowd get here. Like that'll take forever.
Maybe. Depends on what topic you choose to discuss.
We're going to talk about all kinds of good stuff tonight. Ken Cherry's here.
Hey, Ken.
Good evening. Ken, how you doing? Trying to get this beard of mine to lay down here. Been a busy day. Actually, we've done pretty good the last few days already, so
Not bad.
better than normal.
How are the storms? Been kind of the spice of the day.
It's been pretty stormy today, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing
We had
okay.
a flood. Well, we'll talk more about that later.
Dave Grennis, you just took over what I was watching.
Hey, David.
What were you watching? Maybe we'll all go there or watch you.
Hey, Randy. Hey, Mary. Hey, Mimi. Hey,
Mimi's
Jason.
here. Yeah, we actually, for those of you that don't know, we're in Kentucky and we have a fireworks store that we're working. And today we had a big, heavy duty, gnarly rainstorm and a lot of wind behind it. And it was just like a river coming through the front door. So we know that
every year.
We know there's a problem with that. So I actually found like a sign that I could slip under the door and close the door, and it keeps the water out. So
American ingenuity. Hi, Peggy.
Peggy Parrish is here.
I am G. Hi, I am G.
Some new names.
Hey, Ronald.
There's Ronald Silva. He's an old timer.
Old timer.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been doing that today. We really got the store looking good.
Yes, maybe tornadoes were.
Well, it's possible. I
Yeah.
mean, hopefully it's not coming here.
We're kind of on alert.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah, that's why we named it Severe Storm Watch.
First commercial.
Severe Storm Warning is what I put.
Right.
And I'm watching it right here. It is coming our way, but for some reason when it gets real close, it starts dying out. We're going to hope that continues. I think it's me that does it.
Yeah.
Because when we're in Arkansas, it does the same thing. So I
like this vortex around him. Even the weather's afraid of him.
Yeah. I don't know why, but.
Hi, Mary. Yeah, and I heard Rogers, Arkansas had some real bad.
Got hit hard.
Yeah. People died sadly.
Well, you know what? There was, I think Texas got the worst of it again last night. There was, I think one person got killed in their car in Arkansas, and then down in Texas, a bunch of people got hurt.
Yeah, Ronald, you don't want to lose that awning. Storming heavy there.
Well, we have an awning over our slide out, and I made a.
So you took a piece of rope, I guess.
Yeah, nylon rope.
And put like pipe
insulation over it.
Looks like, the pool noodles, only it's gray.
And then wrapped it in duct tape.
Not as big, yeah.
And then I take
over the top.
a motorcycle tie down underneath,
strap.
and we pull it tight. And we've actually got pretty good at doing jump rope and getting it up there.
Yeah.
So
double dutch.
Yeah, we just go like this and up onto the roof, and then I get underneath there and tie it down. And really, we normally wouldn't have to do that, but with the heavy rain, it catches that awning, it fills with water, and
And then it just sits
it
on
starts
the awning.
sitting down on the roof. Is what it does.
Or
Yeah,
not on the awning, but slide out.
slide out. So I put that strap on there, and the water drains
Hi,
out.
Rosebud.
Hi, Rosebud.
Mimi says it's nice there. That's good. We have a Widowmaker at the beginning of the drive. Jason and Amanda.
Oh, you're not leaving yet. You got a ways to go. What we have a widow. Oh,
washed.
oh, okay. Well, won't they fix that for you?
Hey, Tim Baxley. Hey, PJ Carr.
Hey, you're back. All right.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we've been doing some selling. We actually had one guy that came in today that has been here the last 2 years. So this is third year coming.
And he came back twice today.
Yeah, well, he came in, and I told him what was going on, and he bought a bunch of stuff, and we had a talk, and he's a good guy. He's a Cuban guy, so one of my best friends is Cuban, so we always talk. Anyway, he took off, and about an hour later, he come back, and he goes, "Yeah, I got home. My neighbor saw me unloading my stuff, and he came over and was talking to me. So he bought it all, gave me a little extra money, so I'm back here to buy it again." So he came back and bought the same stuff again. So he says he'll be back before 4th of July. Yeah, he comes a couple of times. So.
Jason said, facing the other way. The Widowmaker?
What, the tree? Would you have a tree fall or what?
Ronald says that's what he needs to do to his awning over his slide out topper.
Yeah, I'm gonna patent those. What's Jason trying to make us guess here? What he's talking about?
He'll tell you.
If we ignore him, is that what you do? You don't.
Jason will not be ignored.
Oh, hey. Mute.
He'll ignore you.
I don't know why we're so chipper tonight. We're exhausted. Huh?
Yeah, we are really tired.
We've been really rocking it.
Well, there's 16 people. It cracked at the base facing down the hill. A tree did?
Oh.
You're saying? Yeah.
Well, at least it's going the other way.
Yeah, but I mean, what if they're leaving? I don't know.
Then it's even safer. As long as it's falling away. But you just go over there and take a chance and put a little cut in it and see if it falls on your end. But
I was watching one of my homestead channels that I like, and the guy lives in Tennessee. He's from San Diego, and they got hit with some twister tornado activity about a week ago. And his last video, he showed where it went through his land. I think he's got like, I don't know, 17 or 20 acres, something like that. Anyway, and a lot of those trees on that property are diseased and they're hollow in the middle, so they just got ripped out of the ground, or just toothpicked, and one of them landed like 20 feet from his house, so that was kind of scary. So he'll be checking his trees.
Yeah, so let's see if you guys could see this. See what's coming?
Yeah, but it's not doing anything.
Yeah, it is. Watch in the corner.
Oh, there it is.
See up in up in this corner over here?
The opposite one.
Yeah, see, it's coming. So it's already hit St. Louis, and they said there's some stuff going on in what?
Sorry, Rosebud. Thank you for saying hi, though. Appreciate you. Buffering.
Well,
19
I think it's time you lay down for Starlink.
Yeah.
Either that or what do you have? Like a MiFi or?
Left.
Did she leave?
Yeah, because she said have a good evening.
Oh, she said no good signal.
Yeah. Wanted to say hi to her.
Yeah, we don't want you to have to go.
Yesterday when we tried to open up at open time.
Yeah. See, I wasn't going to tell that. You tell it. Because I don't want to get hit.
So Bill always has the key for the lock to the store.
To the door.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but I thought it would be a good idea to put the register key on the same ring. Yeah, it wasn't a good idea. Because then I said, I need the key for the register. So he gave it to me. I put it in the lock, did the transaction, shut the drawer, locked it, and left the key in the keyhole of the register. And then we finished up the day and we shut everything down and closed the door and went to sleep and got up in the morning, had breakfast, and kind of kicked back a little bit. And he's like,
said,
I'm going to go open the store.
Where's the keys?
I said, you have them. And he said, no, I gave them to you. Yeah. Hey, I didn't lose them.
No, this cost $300 to get them back, though.
They had to drill the lock.
We had to get a new doorknob, and
we ended up opening 2.5 hours late because of it.
Yeah.
Yay!
But we had people waiting.
We did.
We had three people waiting for us to open.
They did not leave.
So, well, I mean, I put nails behind their tires instead.
No, what we did was we talked.
And hi, Charlie and Diane.
Hi, Charlie and Diane. Thanks for checking on us, by the way. Yeah, we talked silliness to them, and yeah.
And then PJ says that KOA in Claremont, Oklahoma, got hit last night. Something just got hit. A big campground at Egypt Lake or something like that.
Oh,
in Missouri.
About that.
It just got hit just now.
That they went there.
Yeah, but it just got hit about 20 minutes ago, and it's full of campers and stuff. And it was a big, of course, for those of you that don't know, if you live in the South, if you live anywhere in the country, you should have Ryan Hall, y'all, on your YouTube channel, because he does do a really good job. He has like 20 or 30 storm chasers that are. He had 3 guys filming that tornado. So
I don't know how you heard about the printer, but no.
You got it working.
I didn't get it working on our laptop.
You got it worked on your phone.
I got it working on iPrint on my phone.
I bet you my computer would run it.
No, it's gone. The drivers are gone. The brother is the printer that I have, and the drivers are gone from both of our laptops. They're just gone. It's not in the programs at all.
I don't know.
And I know you didn't remove it, and I know I didn't.
It used to work.
I know.
And it used to work off my computer.
But now, because it's an older printer, brother is not doing any support on it, and
yeah, you have to put a floppy disk in your computer.
Not a floppy disk, a CD. My laptop doesn't even.
I don't have one.
Neither one of our laptops.
But I have a portable CD that.
But for some reason or other, I can get the printer on wireless. It shows the Wi-Fi signal in the screen, and I know my laptop or his laptop is online, but they will not communicate to each other.
You have the CD right side up?
Yeah. The machine, the disc plays, and it tells you step by step what to do, but as soon as it tries to connect, it tells you do this, do that to connect the two. My laptop and your laptop will not, it doesn't even show up as being anywhere.
So here's what Darla does. She needs a new computer. She throws this big 5-gallon Sparklets bottle at it. I need a new computer. She needs a new phone. She blows it up by plugging it into like the cigarette lighter or something. And he goes, I need a new phone.
I didn't even do that.
So she needs a new printer. So she's figured out how to erase the CD disc in my cupboard. So I don't know.
Crazy. Yeah, it's been electronics hell this month for sure.
I'd like to just get. I wish I still had that old Texonic bag phone. Those were good. They were good. They had more power. They were great. There's Monty and the Murphys. We finally got close to join you. All right. Awesome. It'd almost be worth quitting your job to be able to watch us, I think. Don't you? What do you think? No.
We talked to Bill the other day. Oh, that's right. I forget where I was.
I needed that when I used to need it. And Makio's here. And Julio. Yo. Yeah.
Smash
So
the like button, y'all. Thank you.
anyway, yeah, it's
I used to do that when I needed a new vacuum.
I don't.
Oh, Makio was lurking.
I had an air nozzle, and it was a Morton, I think
Oh
is,
yeah,
and I had that thing since
40 years.
1973. So that would be 50 years.
Yeah, yeah, because it's
And
only
it
been a couple
and I
years
got it
ago.
about a year ago, and it wasn't working right. I was having it finally was just so worn out. So I went on Amazon and they have one, and it was like okay, so I ordered it. It wasn't what I had. It was a piece of junk.
Not the same quality at all.
Not at all. They
Kind
must have bought the name because I think I got that out the Cornwall truck.
got your money's worth out of it.
Yeah, I use that thing to death, man. I aired up a lot of cars, a lot of motorcycles. So
12 likes, and there's 21 people in here.
no, we got 17 likes.
17 likes on Makio. I just read.
I'm just going to warn everybody. You better just hit the like button, or Makia's going to get you. She's our like manager.
she's our like admin.
Nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah, that's a fact.
Well, you know, I put a new transmission and motor in my step, and next Wednesday I get a new transmission, motor, and controller because the controller's been acting up, and I think from us jumping up and down on it, we're trying to get it to go down.
Oh.
Now
that I just kick it.
When it goes down, it goes. It's like okay, we're just gonna it's a kit and it rebuilds your stairs with all updated stuff. So look at 23 and 23.
That's right, Makio.
All right, you guys get a thumbs up for that.
You guys are awesome. Thanks for the reminder, Makio. I dropped my gas tank and installed a new fuel pump and hose. Yeah, girl.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I did that on my truck a while back because we ran out of gas because my gas gauge was showing like a half a tank. I was telling everybody, I'm getting like 70 miles to a gallon in my truck with my new engine.
And then?
It ran out of gas. And it
left
still had the same.
on the side of the road. My brother had to, thankfully he was.
No, it was Garrett came and got us.
Oh, that time?
Yeah.
Look, I thought Kevin got us.
Well, Kevin came and took the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
And then Garrett pulled, Garrett, I had my tow bar, so I just hooked my tow bar in the back of his pickup, and he pulled us to his shop. We put it up in the air and pulled the tank down. I went and got a new fuel pump and everything because it's like 150,000 miles on it. Put it in there. Gas gauge doesn't work great, but it's at least I know where I kind of have an idea where I'm at. This new stuff is just junk. You know?
Hey, Peggy, no, the like button, we'll take hearts too. Somebody keeps doing hearts periodically. Yeah. The like button is at the top of like all the text and stuff. You gotta like cancel out a live chat, and there's like a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
30 gallon tank.
You love us, so you'll give us a thumbs up. Actually, thumbs up or thumbs down.
I hope they never put a middle finger thing on here. I'll be getting that all the time.
It still helps with the analytics.
So Makio thought she had an 18-gallon tank, and when she took it out, she found out she has a 30-gallon tank. So hopefully you got the right fuel pump and everything for it, because it might be deeper if it's 30 gallons.
Do they look the same, Makio? Or did you just think that there's the hearts? Yay, thank you. Whoever.
Someone might have put that.
Wait a minute, Julio, what did you do? This looks like this. Dude,
what do you do?
No, it looks like that.
I know, yeah, it looks like this.
I don't know what
it's like is. It's like when you do puppets on the wall, you know, this would be like Beanie and Cecil. Remember them?
The old pump with an exact one. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Well, if I ever need to drop the tank in the motorhome and have a new sending unit put in, I'll call you.
Hi, Canadian Twig.
We're getting a lot of hand stuff here, aren't we?
Canadian Twig. Eartha just said, hey.
No, she's clapping.
Yeah, she's waving hi.
Yeah, I found it.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
What was she looking for?
Eartha was waving hi. Peggy was looking for the thumbs up.
Oh, okay. I think that where it says chat there at the right, where it's got the smiley face.
But if you're on your phone, it looks different. It's under the description.
Is it? That's what we should do sometime. There's Peptic.
Yay!
Will
Wendy.
and Wendy.
Will.
We need to have a thing where we
Wendy
teach everybody how to do lives with all the little pictures and stuff.
Welcome, guys.
How are you both? Well, we're okay. We're doing pretty good. We are exhausted though, because you know what? You change the time by 1 hour. You might as well just flip us to the night crew or something, because it just seems that strong.
It is weird. Well, that and the fact that since we got back from courtside, we really haven't been doing a lot except kicking back, watching videos, and being very sedentary.
And there was a lot of confusion tonight about what time we start our live. If you ever notice, I keep this clock always the same.
I know what time it was, but I was wondering what Wyoming was, because maybe it was asking me.
This is always on Arkansas time.
I knew we were an hour ahead.
Because I don't know how to change it.
Yeah, Thermopolis is an hour behind us in Arkansas. Wyoming.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So they're 2 hours behind. Anyway, May made it.
And
she knows.
Is that Emil Folsom?
Yeah. Hey, welcome.
Are you new?
And no more car work for me. My back is a wreck. I hear that.
And thank you for the compliment on the beard. It's just something I have to play with when I'm sitting here looking at it.
What? Yeah, Wyoming.
When I'm not looking at it, I just hold it. I just do this.
And when he's not looking at it or holding it, I'm looking at it, going, "You have lunch in your beard." Lunch or breakfast.
You know what? It seems like the older I get, the faster everything grows. And I could grow beards out of my ears.
Oh. But you don't have hair on your back.
I don't. That's good, because Leah would hate me. Leah she met this really nice kid, but he was a Mormon, and he had this, I think I could deal with that, and she's just going on and on and on. And then he came over to go swimming. He took his shirt off. She goes, "Oh my God, he has hair on his back. You got to go." Don't tell her I told you that one.
Hey, Tim, it was $290, but still, I mean, that was a lot. That was a lot. We should have gotten duplicate keys made 2 years ago when we said we should get duplicate keys.
Julio, yeah. Julio, this is not a bib. Trust me. It is
a bib.
What it is you'll be eating, you'll think, "Oh man, there's hair in my food," and then you realize you go like this and it comes out of your mouth.
It's a bib. It keeps your shirt clean.
Yeah, well, you know what it is? Is when you get mustard on your shirt, you just go like this, and then it hides it.
Peggy, we
pretty soon I won't need pants. I'll just put a zipper right here.
We do have the building that the fireworks are in that we're working here. It's solid. So as long as we stay away from the plate glass windows, we're going to be fine if it gets dicey. So, which is where we were all day today.
I hope Jason and Amanda don't lose the key to theirs.
I hope not too.
Because they're in a tent. Yeah, well, you know what?
I didn't lose the key. I didn't lose the key.
And the worst part I called Mike. He said, "Well, I could bring the key down, but I'd have to have someone come down there. And by the time they get down there and everything," he goes, "Why don't you go over to the campground, because they own the building campground next door, and go see if they have the key." I think I sent them the key, the new key. So I go over there and there's no one there. So I talked to someone there. Oh, they usually get there around 10 o'clock. So I come back and I'm here, and 10 o'clock comes around, and I go back over there, and there's no one there, but the mail lady's there. They came by here the other day because even though she wasn't delivering mail, she just came to say hi because she knows us. And she goes, I go, "What time did they open here?" She goes, "I don't know. They're never open when I get here." And she said, I said, "Well, we're locked out of the store over there, and I'm trying to they might have the key." And she said, we'll call that number. So I called the number on the sign, and it said, uh, yeah, leave your name and number, and I'll get back with you between 4 and 8 p.m. I'm like, well, that ain't going to help us at all.
I
So
mean,
that
it's Memorial Day weekend. You know, it's one of the biggest sales.
so then I called
for
Mike
fireworks.
again, and I said, well, what what should I do? What do you want me? He goes, let's get it. You're going to have to get a locksmith out there to break in. So I called the locksmith. I called one guy, and they said, oh yeah, we'll be right out. And I said, well, what's right out? And he said, well, someone will be calling you shortly, but within the hour. So we sat here and waited.
Minutes away.
Yeah, so we sat here and waited over it. We actually did that before I went over there. And I waited for over an hour, and they never called or anything. So we called another company, and they said, oh yeah, we'll be right out. And the guy will be calling you in a few minutes. And it, like, 10 minutes later, I get a call, and it's this guy, and he goes, yeah, I'm the locksmith, and I'll be there in a minute. So all of a sudden he pulls in and
does the job,
and the whole thing.
Money, gives me the receipt.
And then he was the first guy, because I called him back and said cancel. Yeah. And they said, okay, we'll cancel him. And then he called right away, and he came over, and I don't know, he must have been sitting down here waiting for us to get irritated. Anyway, he came over, nice kid, came over, and he first, it was $29 for him to show up. Okay, now that's not doing anything. That's to come over and look at it. So he looked at it, and he said, oh, okay, I think I can pick this. And he put a thing in there, and he's like, and he goes, he pulls it out, and he looks at it, and he puts it in again, and he does it again. He says, well, I'm not going to be able to pick this. I'm going to have to drill it out.
Well, he also tried that thing where
you
can pop the door, like put a bag in there and then pop it up.
What it does is it spreads it away so you can open it. But
the metal door with a metal frame.
It's pretty tight when it's put together. So anyway, then so he says, well, I'm going to have to drill the key cylinder out. That's all I could do. So he drills the key cylinder out. And now I didn't realize this, but it's like having the diesel nozzle on full blast, because every time he does something, it's ding, 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 more money. So he drilled it out. He finally got it apart and clicked the door open. And he's standing there, and I go, dude, I got to go in and turn the alarm off. He goes, oh yeah. So I went in there, and I turned the alarm off, and I come back out, and I said, well, do you have another knob? And he shows me. I go, no, that's like for a closet door. I mean, we need something. He goes, well, I got one of these, but they're expensive. I said, well, there's a lot of expensive stuff in there, so we need you to put the good lock on it. So he put it on. Then when he hit Darla with it, we just looked at each other like, dang, man. Yeah. Probably should have gave him one of them big fireworks or something. Mike would have loved that. Yeah, that would have been better. That would have been better. And Mike said, hey, you got the doors open. Start selling, man. So we did.
Well,
we made more.
The thing of it was, as Mike had been saying too, I needed to get a spare key. I needed to get a spare key.
Well, he has like a little lockbox thing that he puts on the handle.
Yeah, and
it has a combination. And when you get here, you take the combination and you open it up. And you take the key out. There's a key for the gate for the front. There's like a wire that goes across the front to keep the trucks out. And take the lock and you unlock that, and then you unlock the door, and he gives you the alarm. Go in and turn the alarm off. We just had one key, and Darla wanted it to be her key, and she wanted to leave it in the store. So it didn't.
No, you had my register key.
You never did that before.
You know what? When we got here, though, hang on, let me catch up. Mary, thank you for your granddaughter, and she does sound like a sweetie. Thank you for letting her watch us. Went to Harbor Freight the other day in Oklahoma.
I'll keep Darla from cussing in front of your granddaughter.
Had to get a motion sensor.
Who did?
Oh wow. Jason.
Oh.
Okay. That was a road trip today. And you're right, Peggy. No one will break into that building. We tried. Way to go, Darla. Yeah, anyway, it was a bad day, made worse because it took so long. It took 2.5 hours for someone to come out here.
Yeah, and then Tuesday I got to go get 3 more keys made. One for the campground,
Right.
one for you to lose, one for Mike, and one for the lockbox.
I felt pretty bad about myself yesterday. I did. Felt stupid.
I made you feel good in the end.
You made me feel good. You gave me a hug and told me some days are just like that.
Yeah.
Which for Bill is like amazing.
And I handed her the gun. She said, "Are there bullets in it?" I said, "Yeah." And she said, she pointed at me. I was going to let her 5 bullets in the back of the head. That was the worst case of suicide I've ever seen.
Did the new lock come with 2 keys?
Yeah, it did. So we got, but when we're done here, we're going to have 5 keys.
Hey, Loli Hitchhiker Cat, how are you? Yeah, we did make it through the storm, but we're not done.
Yeah, we got a big one coming. Let's see what it's doing.
Fortunately, Amanda, I know what you meant.
I'm going to check it. I've been checking all day. This one that we had earlier today, oh, so you see now it's getting close. It's in our wheelhouse now.
Hey, Jason, why did you guys need a motion sensor?
To know when they're moving around. Yeah, so we're gonna start getting some action here very soon.
And is that one closer? Is that Harbor Freight closer than going to Texarkana?
So did we tell them about yesterday, right? No, we didn't.
Yeah, the key? You want to tell them again?
No, yesterday night.
Oh, no, I've got a video I got to throw on.
But you guys are special. This is like Patreon. We get to tell them a secret.
No, it was. Hang on. It wasn't an assault gun. It was a real pew-pew.
Yeah.
Bullet.
Anyway, last night we were, what was it, about almost 9 o'clock, huh?
Yeah, we had just
we were getting ready to close.
We did close.
We did.
And then.
But no, we were still sitting inside, and I see I'm looking over here, and I see these guys coming on these. Yeah. They have like these I don't know what you call it, but it's like a.
It's like a paraglider.
It's paraglide, but it's got a motor. They got an engine on the back, and they're flying these things. And I'm like, it kind of freaked me out. Because I watched a thing about the attack on the Jewish people and all that crap in it. To see those things coming in the sky, I retain that stuff. So anyway, these guys come over, and there's 3 of them. One guy comes first, and then a ways behind them, there's 2 more. And the one guy makes a sharp turn and goes up the freeway this way. And the other 2 guys go straight across from where we're sitting here. They're across the road behind these trees. And the next thing, we smelled this burning.
Okay, but at first it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
And then it got crazy.
We smell this burning. And then we hear sirens. Yeah, real smoky. We went outside and we could see the freeway was stopped off, completely stopped.
Totally.
And down here, there was where the fire was at. There were all kinds of fire trucks and lights and on the freeway. And then across the way where the other 2 guys were, the paramedics and the cops and fire trucks were all going over there. And I'm like I told her, I said, "Are we under attack here? You know, what's going on?" We didn't know.
And they were still like coming from that direction.
Right. And the fire had it wasn't like burning trees or anything.
Yeah,
it was like a weird smell.
Weird.
So anyway, this is going on, and then all of a sudden, this guy comes flying back over, and I see these other 2 guys, and they're kind of congregating in the air, and then 2 guys went this way, and then finally this other guy went back that way where they came, and then back they came again. And I mean, it's just kind of getting more and more. Sirens were coming over here now and stuff. And then these guys come back, and this one guy takes off down this way again, and the other 2 guys just kept flying around. And what he was coming like towards us. And I told her, I said, if he starts getting close, we go over here next to the building under the awning.
And he did.
And he did. He went right over us.
And he was low.
Yeah, we went up against in the wall underneath the awning, and I have my gun, man, and he flew around. I didn't show him or nothing. I wasn't going to shoot him, but he went back up the freeway. And then he comes back again, and he's out here in the field behind our store, and his engine quit on his glider thing, and somehow he got his thing twisted, and he started falling from the sky.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he did, but I
I
don't know whether he was stunt flying or
well, the motor
he
died.
was he got it running again, and all of a sudden it caught, but he was only about 30 feet
Yeah.
off the ground.
And I was filming it, so hopefully.
And anyway, he went back up, and then he just took off. All of a sudden, all three of them went back where they came from.
Originally, too, there were 4 in the air, and I know this because I went on What About Bullitt County, which is where we're at. I said, hey, what happened? The freeway's completely shut down. And the admin on that page approved my comment, and then he said a semi hit the median on the freeway.
He caught the bridge on fire underneath or something.
I don't know how I don't know, like, because he said he hit the median, which means the middle. So I don't know why there would be a fire underneath the bridge. Nothing.
Hopefully our video explains to us what we're talking about, because we don't really know. It was like so crazy. And then all the traffic was coming down this road, and I mean, like at 7 o'clock at night, this turns into like there's a roadblock down there.
Whole bedroom community.
And then there was a cop over here in the turn lane with bright lights on, all kinds of lights going. We're letting anyone on the freeway.
No, that way. I know. We're pointing all over the place.
You got to realize that way's over there. Anyway,
it was enough.
So anyway, it finally calmed down enough.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Where we
and Lisa, if you're
they're up there. They're getting tornadoes in Wisconsin. So
yeah, they are.
It finally got calmed down, and the smell went away and everything else. But it was pretty crazy there. I'll tell you what, man. I thought we had something serious going on.
So someone wanted a motion sensor for the driveway. That's why they went.
Oh. 2 key. Let's see.
Yeah, maybe it says our store sounds way more exciting than hers.
I have an assault gun. It's for killing flies.
Yeah, but that's not what he was carrying.
No, I just had a little 2-shot.
Homeless set up camps under bridges. There's a lot of homeless down there along this freeway right here.
Well, they were half a mile. The burning was a half a mile away.
Right, but they're down there too by the Salt River.
What is fireworks? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, our fireworks. Yeah, that was the other thing. We were like, sitting right here on top of a huge powder keg. And
we didn't want to be inside, you know. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be in there if someone pitches in a can of gas or something.
If those guys in those, we didn't know. We've seen too many movies, maybe watched too much news. Anyway.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
Let's see what's going on.
Oh, they went to Idabel. Okay. It sort of sounds like who's on first, second, what's on third.
Well, now you'll have to watch the video to know what the heck we were talking about. I plan on watching it to figure out what I was talking about. But I mean, you know what happens is when you're in that moment, you're trying to analyze everything that could be going on, and then all of a sudden you realize you're surrounded. That's what made it uncomfortable for me. So, Mount Laurel's here.
Hey, Mount Laurel.
Lonely hitchhiker Kent's still here. So, yeah. Anyway, you guys have to watch that. Maybe we'll go viral. We'll get like 500,000 videos or views. You guys all have to watch it like 100,000 times for us.
We do like Mike used to do for us, and he put all our content on loop. That's what Mike told me he used to do for us.
Mega Man Mike?
Yeah.
Really? That's called buying friends, huh?
Hey, Sunny Day Pro. Good to see you on here.
Yeah, so anyway, we've had a pretty eventful time since we've been here. It's been pretty exciting.
Well, let's not do no more excitement.
Yeah, no more.
I just want to do sales.
Yeah, do sales and sail home. But I got a bunch of work to do on the motorhome too. So I got to figure.
Ready to do that.
I got to
honestly
do my step. I got to change the air dryer.
Every single day we've been here except for the day we came in. And one other day.
Yeah. Well, rained pretty darn hard today. That's probably one of the hardest rains I've ever seen. It always rains here, and it's always pretty wild. But I mean, we had tree limbs and everything blowing across. But the wind was blowing so hard they kind of kept moving. So when we first got here, I'd take my weed eater out, and weed eat this whole place. She told me, she goes, "You better take the weed eater. You know how it is there when we get there." And the first year we came here, he hired some young kid to weed eat this thing, and it took him forever.
It took a few days.
And I mean, it was just like, just grab him or pull on him, you know. But I took the weed eater and went around, and I had to do the parking lot with the cracks in the parking lot where there was grass and stuff. And the thing works good. Hey, Bill, I took your advice and got a macerator. Yeah, they're fun, man. Yeah, you want to get at least 3/8 or 3/4 inch hose. I think I have 5/8 hose, either 5/8 or 3/4. And it will actually pump about 1.5 feet or 2 feet higher than what you are, and like 100 feet, 150 feet away. So it worked pretty good. That's what when we go to my son's, that's what I use, and we're pretty far away from his clean out. And now what you just hook it up to your battery, you know, when you're ready to go.
I think he's all hooked up.
So you gotta hook the macerator to 12 volts, not 110.
Ronald Silva, we're going to be here till a few days after the 4th of July.
Yeah. And Memorial Day's never been very good, but it's been better this time. So I don't know.
For poop.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? Just don't get your hoses mixed up after you're done using it.
They'll always test them.
Yeah. Yeah. How can you tell the difference between a sewer hose and a water hose? The taste. We'll probably get a strike for that one, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Jason been trying to weed out here. Weed eat here for 3 days. Finally told Mike, you have to get someone to mow the grass.
Oh, yeah, because he told them to go ahead and get a weed eater. To go ahead and get one.
Yeah.
He should have told you guys to get a lawnmower.
You know what I have is I have one of those electric ones, and I have 2 batteries. And, man, it works pretty good. But you got to get a thing of string because the string keeps breaking. But it's easy to change.
I saw somebody use zip ties. They just put 4 zip ties on there.
Well, they got those things where they're like plastic deals,
yeah.
and they're pretty aggressive. But when those are not easy to change either, and they break all the time. That plastic, the tubing I have, I got like a mile of it for like $7.
We are in Kentucky.
You got? Oh, he says we're in.
To eat the weed.
He says we're in Oklahoma.
No, he said you guys are in Oklahoma? ?
No, we're in Kentucky.
Right, it's too much. He got those to put the grass so high it runs out every 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. I did the whole front on.
Yeah, but
basically what
and it was tall, but it wasn't massive.
Yeah, wasn't the whole thing.
It was like, a weed that was 2 feet, 3 feet tall.
Just need to find you a landscaper, grab some money out of the till, find a guy mowing lawns, or go on Facebook and anyone mow lawns, come see us. RF, Jesus is coming very soon.
Hi RF. Israel is key.
Yep.
We watched that too. So Ronald says, my coach has one on it. You can use it or take it off and put a regular one on it.
I don't know.
Weed whacker? The last thing on my mind.
What's it for?
Mike said he's
is that for
somebody tomorrow.
Is that for the macerator?
Oh yeah, maybe that was where it was. I use a little Black and Decker electric. Just has one string, but for all the more I have to weed, it works great.
That's what I have. It's a Black and Decker.
Yeah, that's why I think that works for us here because
Yeah.
it wasn't out of control. And I saw the
Well, I use it on our property too.
Yeah, I saw the Google picture of that property, so I know.
Oh,
Where
there.
Mamie and Jason are. Yeah, it was pretty tall.
They live in the jungle.
They live in the jungle.
Well, I'm usually not a big fan of the electric stuff, but this little weed eater works pretty good.
We have a Tesla weed eater.
Yeah. Macerator. You know what a macerator is, don't you, Mellow Cat?
Nothing personal, but if I had a nice a nickel for every time someone said Jesus is coming, I have as much money in my bank as Donald Trump owes his lawyers. Yeah, I mean it's gonna happen one day, right? It is. I remember
you guys
grandma,
have to be cool, or Jason's gonna sign off here.
I tell my husband that my great grandma used to tell me when I was in high school that he was coming, and for some reason or other, she told me.
Well, he is. We just don't know when.
No, she told me he was coming in 1973, which if I knew then what I know now, I would have gone. You don't know, Grandma. But anyway, and he didn't. So.
Yeah. Did for her.
You just need to live like he is going to.
Macerator pump, yeah.
He sent for her.
It's for grinding. It's for grinding up your septic stuff and to
your
the
black
clean out.
waste.
Yeah. Yeah, it just gets rid of. If you're somewhere where you can't run a sewer hose, well, to go and dump all the time, or to put into those little tanks and go over and dump them. It's a big pain in the butt. You put macerator.
I think Mike put one of those.
You put the macerator on there. You hook it. You turn it on, and it's got you hook your regular water hose to it too, and then you just turn it on, and then you bombs away, and it grinds it all up, sends it away. I got a clear hookup, so I could see when it was clearing out too.
You just like to see your poop.
No, I don't. I have it so that I can see when it's done grinding it up.
So,
and then I make you smoothies.
When my daughter took me to the airport to fly out to Georgia a couple weeks ago, she's driving along and we're just deep in conversation, and she goes, "What's that?" And I turned around and I go, "That's ugly." It was a Tesla truck.
You guys,
that's ridiculous. It looks horrible. It really does.
If you guys watch Hoovie's Garage on YouTube, he got one. He paid $100,000 for it. It had like a special sticker on it. It's already rusting and parts are breaking, and he had to wait a year for it. He's not happy. In his miles, he was pulling a friend.
It makes the DeLorean look like a posh.
Right. He pulled vehicle. A guy's DeLorean, a friend of his, to shop on a trailer, and his range was only 60 miles pulling this DeLorean on an aluminum trailer. So they're not really good as
ugly.
A truck.
It looks like it's in process of being manufactured.
But they're fast. People like them because they're real fast.
Symbol, that's all.
And it's got a big TV screen in the middle of it. So I don't know. The thing about it is they're real heavy.
It isn't even made well. The doors don't connect right. It looks like it was designed by Three Stooges.
Yeah, and if you don't charge them using solar panels or wind turbines, then it's all a lie anyway. So.
Yes, May. It looks like a Frankenstein mobile. That's what it looks like.
I mean, I don't think they're. I don't think they're beautiful. I think they're kind of spacey looking. But I mean, a lot of the new cars now were stuff we were looking back at in the 70s. We went, I wouldn't ever drive anything like that. And look, everybody is. Look at all the little compact cars all look the same.
It looks like a geometric Airstream. Yeah.
Yeah.
No style. Anyway.
The DeLorean is a good looking car, and
better than the Tesla truck.
That car that the guy was on that video I was watching That DeLorean only had like 18,000 miles on it, and I mean, that car was perfect. And he wants $90,000 for it. I think they sold for like 11 or 12. Only about four brands of cars that are worth a tinker dang, and all of them are Japanese coincidence. Well, I don't know. I kind of like my Cadillac. I think it's a good car. We have that SRX, man. That thing is bad. It's a pretty tough
Okay,
car.
you guys tell me, how stylish is that?
That's for holding the door from closing. That's what
That's
you give that to your kid to cut himself.
Cybertruck.
Yeah.
A Cybertruck.
That's what they call
them. You know what? Forget the truck. Just give me the money.
I read an article explaining why all the cars in the future would look the same. Yeah, let's be a good socialist. When I was a kid back in the late 60s, my parents had a used 64 Rambler. Yeah. Well, the AMC vehicles, you know what? They actually made some pretty nice looking cars. They made the Javelin was nice, the GTA or the AMX. Made a couple of, and they were pretty fast. I mean, there were a lot of cool cars. Studebaker made some cool cars, and they're gone. And Pontiac's gone. Oldsmobile's gone. A lot of companies are.
When I was 5, I drew something just like that, guys.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I also made stickmen that look awesome.
They drove those cars, the stickmen.
Yeah.
Remember the blockheads?
I do.
The Gumby and Pokey and blockheads.
Yep.
Hey, I like. There, see, Julio hit a good one. Pintos.
Pintos. Yeah.
I had a Pinto that was the quickest vehicle from zero. It would beat these electric cars from 0 to 60, and it was a 4-cylinder, but it hammered but it kept blowing the transmission. She blew the transmission out of it.
Two-door.
What? It was quick.
And then we had 2 Pinto wagons too, which I love.
The American Volkswagen, man. And
actually, John and Patty ended up buying one of our Pintos.
But I mean, it had rack and pigeon steering, power disc brakes. It had, the engine was an overhead cam, carburation on one side, exhaust on the other. I mean, they were really well designed car, and the problem with them catching on fire was the gas tank sat right in front of the differential, which is on all the cars. That's pretty much where they sit. But the differential was a little bit sharp, and the way they solved the problem is they put a piece of plastic over it with it's where the tie strap thing came into effect, I believe. But man, what a great handling car! Cheap to insure, cheap to buy, great on gas. Of course, our Cadillac gets as good a mileage as our Pintos did. But yeah, I like our Cadillac. I still think there's some good American cars.
Late 60s, my parents had a used 64 Rambler.
Yeah.
We had a little silver Pinto with red interior.
A kid that lived down the street from me, his dad bought him for his 16th birthday a Nash Metropolitan, and it was the most embarrassing car to drive in the world back in those days. I think the engine rusted solid on the way to school one day or something. I mean,
probably
from him crying tears from having to drive that car. It was better than walking, but not much.
When I got pregnant, my mom made me drive a Woody station wagon. She said, "You want to be a mom, drive a mom car." I was so embarrassed when I went to school.
Yeah, Woody wagon though. Those are, well, if it's an old 40s or something.
It's funny though how mentality changes towards things like that,
See, when I was a kid, I had 3 Mustangs, and I had
you bought it yourself. Your mom didn't do it.
And I had a '69 Nova SS, and I had that Ranchero, and I had my Ranchero GT that was my demo when I worked at Ford, and I bought it before I quit. and then I had the Pinto was my work car, and you ended up driving the Pinto because you were working it before we got married. So she was driving the Pinto, and I drove my Ranchero to work, which I didn't like taking it out of the garage because it had a really custom, nice paint job. And Ended up getting smacked in the side when we went to visit my mom in the mountains.
By
a guy backed the car up to unload the
teenage
groceries, and he didn't get he had set the brake and he didn't get it all the way in gear, and it went down the hill and ran to the side of my car and then railed back. And they jumped in that car and went and hit it down in San Bernardino, where we lived we were visiting in the mountains. And my mom said, "Well, they got that lot down there in San Bernardino. I bet you that's where they took the car." And so this highway patrolman had come, and he said, "Well, I'll go down there with you." I said, "We'll go." So we get down there, and sure enough, it was a green Camaro, 70 Camaro, and it was sitting on the other side of this really high fence with barbed wire on it and everything. And he's going, "Well, if I could get in there, I'd get a sample of that paint off of there. We'd have them." I have my buddy Ernie with me, and he goes, "Well, if I get you in there, you're gonna put me in jail." And he goes, "Well, how can you do it?" He goes over and grabs the bottom of the fence and lifts it up, popped one underneath and took a sample, came back out. And he goes, "You're pretty handy after that." So anyway, we got the paint, and they got in a lot of trouble over that. It's called hit and run.
Had a Matador with black leather, an 80 Mercury with Mustang engine. I had a 73 Ford Maverick.
Grabber.
Grabber.
The Grabber's what made that a nice car.
Yeah, it was a wonderful car. 8-cylinder, had so much power, way too much power.
Scoops.
302. Oh yeah.
Blue.
With silver stripes.
Yep.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I've had a lot of. Well, we've had a lot of nice cars. I had a 72 Ford van that I had a 302 bottom, and I put 351 Windsor heads on it, and it had a nitrous injection Holly, and I had a C6 in it and everything. It was a pretty quick little van. We were living in the high desert at the time, and the young kids around there all thought they were hot rodders, and that couldn't figure out how that old green van was whipping their butts. That was my work vehicle. And then I had my Corvette, and we had the Blazer, 2-wheel drive, full convertible, slam down Blazer. That was pretty cool. And the Eldorado.
In high school, a friend was given an early vet, maybe a 59 by his dad. He also found a bag of weed under the dash.
What a nice present.
Well,
probably like
that was
my dad's cooler than any of my friends.
Ronald Silva. I think I got my Camaro. I think I got my Camaro sold. Oh, okay.
Camaros, he says.
I think I got my Camaros. I think I got my Are you excited? I remember that van, John says. Yep.
Yeah, that was a fun van.
The girlfriend had a Gremlin lime green. I don't know why.
Well, I'm sorry.
3 times. I thought you were just excited, Ronald. I don't know why it typed it 3 times.
You don't want to say what year Camaro do you have? And a 59 vet, man, that'd be a nice one.
Are we talking Camaro or Camera? I think we're talking a Camaro, right? Because lastly it said Camera.
Oh.
I think we're talking Camaro, though, because we've been talking cars, right? For sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just work here. Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were going to be able to do this, did you? We're just about done.
It's been off for me all night. It just won't stay on. I don't know why. You what? Didn't think we'd be making it?
Did you think we'd make it an hour?
My eyelids are saying no.
It's 59 minutes now. Look at that. That's pretty impressive. I'm impressed with me.
Amazing.
Aren't you? Oh, well.
There's offline again.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
It keeps doing
Let me check the weather one more time while everyone's watching. See, there's my hot rod now. Look at that. Woo! The Cadillac SRX.
Yeah, Bill keeps calling his brother and saying, "How is my girl?"
Yeah. He wants to borrow my hat and drive my Cadillac. I told him. I got the feather for it, though. Yeah, it's coming. Da-da, 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 da-da. And the further more left I go, the bigger and scarier it gets. Look at
Where is the store? Oh, that looks horrible.
that. It's just outside of St. Louis now.
Did you show them
coming
that?
up to Evans. Yeah. Let's see. This is what's coming. See that? Da-da, 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 da-da. Okay. But we're over here.
Where is it now? It's just west of us.
Yeah. Where we're at right now, it looks like that, just not too much.
Right.
But it's coming.
We're going to enact the force field around us that makes it just go like this.
So what I do is I take my clothes off and lay them right there on the couch. And if something happens, like, I don't want to be caught outside my underpants.
Oh, man. 2011. Ordered it new. It's a 2011. Low miles, loaded red and black stripes. Just saw that one on TV. Yeah.
Did you guys ever watch that guy on?
You were talking.
Let's see, Ron. Did you ever watch 6? Have you ever watched that video channel? You get a yeah. He had a Camaro that he built this. It had a, and he built it up, and I mean the thing runs like 11. Everything else like super. He took his mom for a ride. She was screaming. He's a young kid, and I mean he's got like a big car thing.
Hey, Mark Busting, a voice from our past. We're happy you joined
late.
us.
You're not late. We're over.
We waited for you.
We're on over.
Sure we can go now.
Yeah, we're on overtime. We're a minute over.
I still haven't joined my 06 Jeep. Yeah, I've seen that in pictures and stuff, John. Wish I had my Jeep.
Yeah, that was a tough one. We had to sell her Jeep to do the full-time lifestyle, and it was a 08 4-door Sahara, all blacked out, and
beautiful.
It was.
I loved it.
She was going crazy over it, but we had a Chrysler 300 Hemi when they first came out in 05, and we had nothing but problems with it. It was just had like steering problems and stuff like that, tire problems, and
that's great.
And she
Mark went up to Minnesota, I think. He said he might live because he just got back from there.
Okay.
You're funny.
Well, we'll give you 5 minutes. You got like 2.5 to go. So anyway,
Thanks, Peggy, for joining us. We're happy to see you always.
Yeah, take it easy, Peggy. Tell
Dennis hi.
Dennis hi. Anyway, we got that Jeep. I had to sell it the day we sold it. See, Cage was supposed to be here, but he's over there. She was crying.
Cage.
Huh?
Show them Cage.
You want to see Cage? There he is, right there. Say hi, Cage. Cagey. Cagey.
Want a drumstick?
Want to play ball? Want to go bye-bye?
No.
You want a kitty? Want a treat?
He needs to go out and go potty.
I took a potty when I brought him over here.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still gate guarding in the South Texas area? Hi, Tony Reyes. No.
No, we're doing fireworks. Doesn't mean we won't be doing it again. I just don't know when. We're kind of slowing down.
Mark says you got a blanket on your lap because you're not wearing pants.
I'm wearing pants.
But not
the thing is that dog will not lay on my lap unless I have that blanket.
He doesn't like down on my
And then if I have my feet down on the ground, he won't jump up. So I have to put the foot thing up on my recliner with a blanket, and then he'll get up.
You did hear him say he took them off and threw them on the couch. He'll do that at night.
Yeah, when I go to bed, so that if we start getting warnings and stuff, then I get up and I get dressed, because and sometimes I'll go outside if I have to. I don't know, go see what's going on.
I love the look of Jeeps, but what I heard about them is they have endless electrical problems. Mine didn't. I don't think John's does. I don't know.
Oh, well, we still have a Jeep, technically. I inherited a 78 Jeep from my dad.
CJ7?
It's a CJ5. It's a V8 304 AMC motor with a 3-speed manual.
It needs a lot of work.
But it needs some
I don't think
interior and pay. I don't know if I'll get it done. But if I would have had my shop, if I had waited 2.5 years to get the tractor done on our property, we had the money to do everything. I'd be building trucks and motorcycles and everything else.
Amanda, his tummy's getting better. You guys wonder what she's asking about. Cage's belly is. He got into poison ivy at the property before we left. So when I was in Georgia, he likes to go and pee on the tree that has the vines all growing up the trunk. So we paid for it.
Get a Cadillac SRX, you can flat toe those.
Yeah, but the paint's horrible.
Yeah, paint's not the best, but put that ceramic coating. That's what I did. But our car's 10 years old, so, and I got it cheap, so we look for SRXs. We were going to buy one in the beginning. It was like we didn't really know what we were looking at.
What are they? ATSs and CTSs.
Yeah, but the SRX is what we wanted. The SUV.
Yeah.
But we were looking at like the 2010, 11s and stuff, and come to find out, the knowledge we gained in a short amount of time, we bought the right one. So it's a nice driver. It's a lot of fun. Man, it's pretty quick. It feels like an electric car. It's got that kind of real hard.
It's a good travel car.
Yeah, good for traveling, hauling stuff and everything else. It's time. You guys, hey, thanks for joining us. You have a good week. We're going to try to have a good week, and
thanks for spending your evening with us.
Yeah, we'll catch you next Sunday. We'll be able to do this maybe a couple more times.
Hopefully.
And then when we get close to the 4th of July, we'll have to stop for maybe a week or two.
And we want to say one thing before we go. Happy 4th birthday, Emmy.
Yeah, our granddaughter. Today's her birthday.
Our youngest granddaughter's birthday today.
Yeah. Not our youngest grandchild, but our youngest granddaughter.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys soon. And
thank you guys.